Welcome to a journey through Africa's hidden gems. 10 tribes whose rich cultural heritage has shaped not just the African continent, but the world beyond. These tribes carry ancient traditions, mind-blowing rituals, and stories that will leave you speechless. Stick around, because somewhere along the way, we'll uncover a surprising connection between one of these tribes and a modern-day global phenomenon. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. And if you think you've seen it all, wait until you learn about one tribe that practices a custom so unbelievable that it's hard to imagine it still exists today. But more on that later. Let's dive in. We begin in the heart of South Africa with the mighty Zulu tribe. Known for their fierce warriors like the legendary King Shaka Zulu, the Zulu culture is more than just its military prowess. The Zulu are famed for their vibrant umhlanga ceremony, also known as the reed dance, where young women celebrate their culture, unity, and purity. Their beadwork is more than decorative. It tells stories through colors, with every combination symbolizing a specific message. If you ever visit KwaZulu-Natal, you'll find yourself immersed in Zulu customs that honor ancestors and celebrate life. But there's something most people don't know. The Zulu language, isiZulu, is one of the 11 official languages of South Africa and is spoken by over 12 million people. Next, we move north to the iconic Maasai tribe of Kenya and Tanzania, known worldwide for their striking red shuka robes and astonishing jumping dances. But what's even more fascinating than their outward appearance is their deep connection with the land and cattle. To the Maasai, cattle aren't just livestock. They signify wealth, spirituality, and social status. Some even say that the Maasai believe all cattle in the world belong to them. Their resilience to modern influences is legendary. Even with the influx of technology and modern development, they've preserved their way of life for centuries. But here's where it gets wild. The Maasai once traded land for eternal friendship with lions. Yes, you heard that right. In certain regions, they practiced a ritual where they believed they could communicate with lions and formed a pact with them. A practice that's still whispered about today. Now, let's travel to the deserts of Namibia, where the Himba tribe resides. Known for their reddish skin, which is achieved by covering their bodies with otjize, a paste made from butterfat and red ochre, the Himba have a striking, unmistakable appearance. This practice not only protects their skin from the harsh sun, but also has a deeper, spiritual meaning. The Himba's way of life revolves around cattle, and their villages are organized in a way that highlights their deep connection to their ancestors. And here's the twist. Despite living in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth, they practice something known as kunzwi, where they invite neighboring tribes to large, colorful ceremonies filled with music, food, and dance, celebrating unity and peace. Even in the face of modern challenges, their traditions remain untouched and thriving. The Yoruba tribe, Nigeria. Next up, we visit the Yoruba tribe in Nigeria, one of Africa's largest ethnic groups. With a population of over 40 million people, the Yoruba have a cultural influence that reaches far beyond West Africa. From their intricate gele head wraps to their elaborate traditional weddings, the Yoruba's love for color, art, and music is unmatched. But what sets the Yoruba apart is their unique belief system known as Ifa. It's an ancient spiritual practice that predates Christianity and Islam, focusing on the worship of orishas, gods and goddesses, who influence everything from nature to destiny. And here's a secret you might not know. Some of the Yoruba spiritual traditions made their way across the Atlantic during the transatlantic slave trade and evolved into what we know today as Santeria in Cuba and Candomblé in Brazil. The Dogon tribe, Mali. High in the cliffs of Mali, you'll find the Dogon tribe, one of Africa's most mysterious and spiritually significant groups. Their knowledge of astronomy is baffling. Long before modern science, the Dogon knew about the existence of the Sirius star system, including a star invisible to the naked eye, Sirius B. which wasn't confirmed by Western astronomers until the mid-20th century. How did they know this? Their oral traditions claim their ancestors were visited by beings from another world. Whether you believe in extraterrestrial encounters or not, one thing's for sure. The Dogon's annual Sigwai ceremony, which occurs only once every 60 years, is one of the most anticipated and spiritually charged events in West Africa. The Sand People, Southern Africa. Meet the Sand People. Also known as Bushmen, the original inhabitants of Southern Africa. They've lived in the Kalahari Desert for tens of thousands of years, and their hunter-gatherer lifestyle is one of the oldest continuous ways of living in human history. Their unique clicking language and incredible tracking skills are world-renowned, allowing them to survive in one of the harshest climates on the planet. But what makes them truly fascinating? The San believe in Ghana, a trickster god who shapes human destiny and sometimes plays with their fate just for fun. Sounds intriguing, right? The Berber tribe of North Africa. In the windswept sands of North Africa's Sahara Desert, the Berber tribe has thrived for centuries. As one of the oldest tribes in Africa, their influence stretches across Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and beyond. Their unique blue robes, silver jewelry, and elaborate tattoos are more than just fashion. They're symbols of identity and protection from evil spirits. The Berbers' Tifinagh script is one of the oldest written languages in Africa, and their folklore is rich, with stories of ancient kings and queens who ruled vast empires. But did you know that many of the tales of the fabled city of Timbuktu are rooted in Berber history? In the green forests of Ghana, the Ashanti tribe has one of the most well-organized kingdoms in Africa. At the heart of their culture is the golden stool, a sacred symbol believed to hold the soul of the Ashanti people. It's so important that it's never allowed to touch the ground. According to legend, the stool descended from the sky, bringing with it the spiritual essence of the Ashanti kingdom. And here's something incredible. Through trade and diplomacy, the Ashanti once controlled a vast empire, and they were fierce protectors of their sovereignty, even defeating British forces in several battles during the 19th century. The Twareg, also known as the Blue People due to their indigo-dyed robes, are one of the most striking nomadic tribes in the Sahara Desert. Known for their mastery of the harsh desert environment, the Twareg have a matriarchal society where women hold considerable power, a rare structure among nomadic tribes. Here's something fascinating. The Twareg have no written contracts for important matters like marriage or trade. Instead, they seal their agreements with poetry. Imagine making a lifelong vow to someone in verse. Finally, we arrive at the Josa tribe, known for their click language and rich traditions in South Africa. You may have heard of Josa through icons like Nelson Mandela, who was himself a Josa man. The Josa people are famous for their elaborate initiation ceremonies, particularly for young men as they transition into adulthood. But what makes the Josa truly unique? Their Ubuntu philosophy, a belief in shared humanity and community, has become a guiding principle in post-apartheid South Africa. As they say, I am because we are. It's a powerful reminder of the importance of unity and togetherness in today's world. Africa is a land of endless diversity and incredible heritage, and these tribes represent just a glimpse of the continent's cultural wealth. From the ancient wisdom of the Dogon to the vibrant artistry of the Yoruba, these communities continue to inspire and influence the world around them. And remember that mystery we hinted at earlier? If you look closely, you'll find traces of African culture in places you never expected. Whether it's in the beats of a global pop song, the rhythms of jazz, or even modern-day spiritual practices, Africa's influence is everywhere. So, which tribe surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more captivating journeys around the globe. Until next time.